Let's go. We're going to learn today about one of the garments of the Kohen Gadol. Okay. I don't know how we're going to do it, but
you don't need to have this straight for it.
I don't know how to do it because it's a long part to this Parasha. Page 466. Page 466. We begin learning about the 8 different garments that the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, was wearing. But we're gonna stay only with the first one. And the first one is we're gonna learn pictures, okay? Let's do it at the pictures better because they're very complicated lesson to know it from the reading.
Sorry, Rabbi.
Yes.
I know we're going to stick to the first one, but by meaning 8 garments, what does that mean? Like there was 8 different pieces to what they were wearing?
Right. You have one with the book that pictures of everything. You have the book there?
No, yes, I do. Thank
If you look at the pictures, you'll see 8 different garments over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does it have all 8 up here? No, he only says the 4. 5.
6.
He has most of the pictures.
So happy.
Okay, so let's go and learn about it. Let me describe it to you. And in order to understand it, let's open page 473. 473, they have a picture of the Kohen Gadol wearing all the 8 garments.
Yeah.
The left side, you see there the picture?
Yeah.
Okay. The garment that we're learning about seems like one of the most precious ones because we don't know exactly what's more precious, but it's a very special garment. And this is, you see, it is called the breastplate. You have it more in details in page 470. That's called the breastplate. The breastplate was inside that breastplate, you see there was 12 rocks, 12 stones.
Yeah, tribes.
Right? And what's the 12 stones? In those 12 stones were engraved the names of the 12 tribes. Every stone for every tribe. That's called the Choshen. In Torah language it's called the Choshen breastplate. This was a very important part. We'll talk about it a little bit soon, but let's just go through it. So that breastplate had 12 stones. Every stone was a different type of stone. As the Torah itself says, the different types of stones. Maybe another time we can elaborate every stone of the 12, had that stone related to the tribe that was written on it. Like stone number 1 is called Odem. The tribe, the name of the tribe that was written on it was Reuven, etc., for the rest of the stones. This Choshen, the breastplate, was a very important part in the Jewish life. Why was it so important? Any important question that the Jews would have to ask God to do or not to do, they would go to the Kohen while he was wearing this breastplate, and they would ask him the question, and on the breastplate would light up the answer to do or not to do. So this really made it to be a very, very important part of the Kohen's clothing. Then there goes another garment, or this is called the ephod. The ephod is, we don't really have a picture on it, but you can see the ephod is like a print.
This one, Rabbi, is this one?
The ephod, you see it in page 467, and that's an A-print. But the funny part is the A-print he wasn't wearing on his front of the body, he was wearing it on the back of his body. As you see over here at the picture 473, he was wearing it at his back of his body. On this we call the ephod. Let me just conclude. It goes like this. It used to be like this. It used to have like a breastplate, was a garment, and the garment was 12 stones, and this 12 stones was written all the names of the 12 tribes. Then it would be like a chain. The chain goes up to hold it, right? This breastplate, and on top of the chain there would be 2 stones, one here and one here. And these 2 stones were also engraved the 12 names of the tribes. One stone was engraved 6 of the tribes. One stone was engraved another 6 of the tribes. And then the chain would go down and connect to the apron, and the apron would be tied from the back to the front, and this is the way he would dress up. This is one of the important garments that the Kohen would do.
Everybody had it, or
just the high priest, Kohen Gadol. Why was it that the names of the tribes was engraved on those rocks? Once on the 12 rocks in the front, and once again on the 2 rocks on the shoulder. Why was it that it was engraved? So the Torah tells us that by them being engraved, God will remember us. Self-understood, the priest, the high priest, the Kohen Gadol, Aaron first, and whoever came after, would pray for the Jews. And how will God remember us is by seeing the names on the shoulder and the names on the breastplate. 2 rocks over here with 6 names and 6 names. 12 rocks over here with 12 names. This is what the Torah says. So this was in order God to take care of us, to help us out. We need, through Aaron, through the high priest taking care of us, we needed to have those names engraved. Well, those names represents the entire Jewish people, because the entire Jewish people are represented by the 12 tribes. Simple. But there's many, many questions that we're going to have to elaborate tonight. It's very deep, very complex, but let's try. Question number 1. Why do we need twice the names of the tribes being engraved? If we have it over here, and by having the names over here, we say God will remember us through the prayer of Aaron, why do we need again over here?
Because that completes a day, no? 24?
Keep your answer.
Myself.
And I'm saying to keep it. We'll come back to it in a minute. I just want to go through the questions. But keep it in mind.
Okay.
You'll see how it fits in everything you say, but just let me finish the questions. So that's question number 1. Why do we need it twice? Why do we need over here and over here? That question is one question, but the question goes even stronger. If we need twice, why over here it's got to be engraved on 12 different stones? And over here on 2 stones. Question number 3. Here we said all 12 stones were different types of stones because every stone related to a particular tribe. We'll soon talk a little bit about it. Every stone related to the tribe. It wasn't just they're looking for 12 stones. Every stone had to relate to the 12 tribes. Here the 2 stones, but both the same type of stone. At least have 2 types of stones. No, the same type was both. So over here we have 1 type of stones for all 12 tribes. Here we have 12 different type of stones for 12 different tribes. Let's understand why. What is going on over here? It's a very, very deep concept, but very beautiful concept. If you get the whole picture, it's amazing. If you get half of the picture, it's also good. If you get a glimpse of it, it's even better. But it's all good. To understand all this, let's understand first the garment. We have two garments over here. One is on his front, and one is on his back. Why do that garment at the back? Isn't show business is in the front, right? And the back usually have a tail, not it's all showing the back. What's the back? And on the back, we have the 2 rocks that's connected to the back. On the front, we have 12 rocks that's connected to the front. What is that? I think we said too many questions already. Let's go to the idea. The idea is as follows. We'll do it short and then we'll elaborate. For us to succeed in our journey, for us to succeed in order to fulfill the mission what a Jew has to fulfill, we know for sure we cannot do it ourselves. There's a lot of obstacles in this world. And the minute you feel that you have no obstacles, new ones will come immediately. I was speaking about to someone today. The month of Adar comes in. Month of Adar is the month of Simcha. And as the month of Simcha comes in, it's got to be all beautiful. This story, that story, that story, there's got this story. I say to myself, why? That's the way it works. There's obstacles. We have to overcome them. To be happy with no obstacles, not a big challenge, right? You have a couple of obstacles and you're still happy. But how do we overcome the obstacles? How do we do it?
Faith.
Very hard to do it yourself. I can't. And when you do it yourself, it's very difficult. You always need help. And therefore, when God established the Jewish nation, He established a nation, but at the same time He established there should be leaders. Well, leaders by us is not like others would think that they can collect taxes and they can build palaces and they can have fun. Leaders by us means God gave us people to guide us and to help us because we can't do it ourselves. So from day one we had the idea of leadership. Leadership was help, to help us accomplish our goal and to be able to go on our journey. Because who is more than God that knows it's not easy? God knows the truth. It's not easy to do it. And that's where Aaron comes into the picture. Aaron being the first high priest. Being a high priest is not a privilege. Being a high priest is an obligation, a commitment. The high priest is the person that he has to help us to accomplish, to succeed in our journey to connect to Hashem. Because it's hard to do it yourself. But in order to understand what the high priest is helping us, first we have to understand what is the journey. And our journey really is split into 2 parts. Most people get usually stuck at the first part. Very few people are able to go to the second part. What is those 2 parts of our journey? The first part, it's very known that we deal with it every day. is the part of every day to battle with my negative. That my negative should not take me over. And we always have obstacles. We always have tests. We always have bumps and roadblocks. And we constantly have to be able to win. What does winning mean? That when this obstacle comes to me, when this bump comes to me, I don't fail. I go on. That's something that we deal with every day. What is our obstacle in a spiritual sense? And what is our journey in a spiritual sense? Every Jew has his mission, and his mission is what? To do God's will. But in the same time, God gave us also, we call it a Yetzer Hara. The Yetzer Hara can be dressed in many different forms. And the Yetzer Hara is the one that brings me all the obstacles and all the roadblocks. It's all the Yetzer Hara. And as soon as I overcome one, and I said, okay, I can go on and do Hashem's will, there's another one coming. And if I look at my life, that's my life. This is the way we are. The day that I do not overcome an obstacle, or because of a certain obstacle, I take a step back, the next obstacle becomes now even harder for me to overcome. And the next one becomes even harder to come. And suddenly I'm lost.
But also it's also can be this reverse in the same thing, that every day we have an opportunity to overcome.
100%.
So even though we fail,
100%. But it's harder. It's definitely harder.
Of course.
More you fail, harder it is to overcome.
But we still have that opportunity to conquer.
100%. 100% opportunity, and as long as we are alive and breathe, we have that opportunity for sure. So we do have that battle all time. This is our battle in every day. But we are happy, us, talking, it's only the first step, that I'm able to go on. If in the day to day I'm good, I'm not going reverse. If I'm not going reverse, at least I don't give up. I go on, Baruch Hashem. Even though I know in next 10 minutes, another bump will come in. Another Yetzer Hara will come in. And I go on. In the words of Chassidus, this is called the work of itkafia. Itkafia means all the time I have to what? Battle, fight, control myself. I have to always control myself. I have that test to fail. When I control myself, I don't fail. I always have to control myself. It's hard, always have to control yourself. It's not easy. But this is our journey. There's another journey. I don't know too much about that because I never got there. But there's another journey. And that journey is that you're able not to reach that level. They have no more obstacles. You're above that. The only thing you do is to go more and more and more into good. When this we call it itapcha. It's already a turnaround. The negative is completely turned to positive. When my negative is completely turned to positive, nobody or nothing will anymore give me an obstacle, a bump, or that's it. That's a beautiful way of life, but that's a nice dream for us, to be realistic. Maybe I'm talking for me. I only talk for myself. To get there is amazing. When you're already there, it seems like an easy life. You only do good.
It's not a dream. We're not there.
We're not there. But Mashiach will come. We should be there. But this is the two types of journeys. They say generally it's tzaddikim. That's a tzaddik. What is a tzaddik? A righteous person. A righteous person doesn't have any more Yetzer Hara. He lost it. He gave it up. It says by King David, he gave up. Yetzer Hara was gone. And then there's no problem. You just go more and more and more. You fly. We, the first stage people, You imagine you can never get tired, because that second you get tired, it takes you over. You don't get tired, even though it's so much harder, because all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. As we talk about it the whole time, and let's not get into it now, right? Self-understood. Who needs more help? The first or second?
Second.
Somebody's already in the second. It doesn't need so much help anymore, because it doesn't have no bumps. It's already gone. People like me, we need a lot of help. Not to give up. Imagine every day you wake up in the morning, you say, yes, today's going to be an amazing day. And then this situation, so you know what, I'm good, I'll overcome. You just finish, next situation, next situation, that's finished. But it goes on a whole day and all day. It comes the end of the day, it's okay, but tomorrow it's going to be definitely a better day. No more obstacles. Okay, I go to sleep, motivated, and I get up next morning, and again, and again, and again, and again, a slap here, a slap there. And you go on and you say, you know what, I gotta keep strong. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit tough, no? It's a little bit difficult.
But doesn't Hashem strengthen our Yitzhahara?
Hashem doesn't have to strengthen him. He's strong enough, this guy. He's strong, boy.
Well, if...
because we are stronger, he is.
Hashem strengthens our Yitzhahara, because one day he plans on eliminating him, no?
Yeah, but today he's strong, my friend. Very strong.
He is strong.